Drop the charges against San Diego police officer Frank White. That's the plea from his wife's family tonight. They spoke out for the first time today about the March incident in which the off-duty officer opened fire on a woman and her 8-year-old son. Brooke Beare joins us live in studio with their side of the story. And Brooke, it's a side that we haven't heard yet.
That's right, Heather. Frank White's in-laws say they were asked not to speak out, but they'd simply had it listening to what they say were one-sided accounts of what happened in that Oceanside parking lot. If anything, they say Officer White and his wife, who is a Carlsbad police dispatcher, were victims of road rage and were certainly not the aggressors.
It's upsetting, devastating, humiliating, needless to say. None of us are doing well at all.
Officer Frank White's in-laws can't hold back the emotion or the details in their first public statement in his defense.
Frank and Jacquellyn had reason to fear for their lives. Silva cut them off, chased them into a parking lot, screamed and cursed at them, revved her engine, squealed her tires, threatened them with her car, and ultimately rammed into them. Frank had pulled out his gun, identified himself as a police officer, and ordered Rachel Silva to stop.
White faces 9 years in prison if convicted of gross negligent discharge of a firearm for the shooting that followed, and his family feels Rachel Silva should be held accountable for more than suspected drunk driving.
We are here to demand justice for the two victims that up until this point have been ignored, Frank and Jacquellyn White.
The Whites were not the victims in this case. Johnny, Rachel Silva's son, was clearly a victim. He was shot. Rachel was shot. Neither one of those individuals deserved that.
Silva's attorney, Michael Panzer, won't comment on the district attorney's case against White, but Panzer says the attorney general considered all the facts against Silva.
They came out with the charges that they thought were fair, and I think it's difficult to argue with their objectivity.
But White's family says the charges were political and asks for the public support in clearing his name.
It could have been your brother, your sister, or your child on their way to the grocery store that night.
White's family has set up a website with the details of their side of the story. You can find the information on our website, san diego6.com. Just click on Hot Topics. Live in studio, Brooke Beare, San Diego 6 News.